beautiful day and we thank God for life. Today is 31st of July 2025. You know, the Lord has been good. We've passed the first 7 months and now we are left with only 5 months. So I want to ask you that the resolutions that you made during 2024 watch night, how is it going? I hope you are focusing. You are doing one or two things to put things together. And I know that I always say that the little tools that you are having now, you have to work with it. Along the line, you get the rest. That is a BBR complete. Memo BBR kwaba eba ACF Radio and TV. So this is the Fast Lane Show, and I'm at this some more stories and near my air trendy in the world of news and in the world of entertainment. So me to me flights no sharp na ohima truly my bet nasty na me so media assume. I always say that you listening yourself is better than someone else listening and coming to tell you, because they might not see it as it is. It is a sharp and I bedu unchenya irrespective of the time. Now, so share Ediamobi, kindly follow our page and also turn on your notification bell on YouTube. Time BI drop BBB and ABR on Facebook too. Mr. Nen, so I like you share now. I saw notification or Eddie Amame. And some dear Dawson, I know say, and then our last day of the month in India, and near so during the month, a whole lot of things were happening. Some see mid-year budget review, you ready, and some need be a cocoa. Also, I know that by now, no, baby are trendy. So you've seen one or two be a womb. And see, Martina see dear. Now means maybe pin. I'm coming to give you just you all the things that you need to know and what you need to hear in the world of entertainment and in the world of news. But before I measure, you know, now may count for a dear back home and me dear amount says yeah, fraudsters are also missing persons are also, you know, now they are even bold. They can call you and they'll even threat you. Mr. So open anything about traveling down on Madame Fubi or so the Nisika Aqua Mobi or Canada. Am I a Dinisika? You know, we've grown past that. Ye on mine ye queen ya pasan ye man ho so obi beju sika onya the crown emma. So why don't you look yourself for why don't you look for a reliable source who bet me I hear about traveling and answer booking, birth certificate, any other thing that you need about your document, traveling document. ACF Travel and Tour say omwe bi omo poama bra na beka cho mo send ya open no na say inchetre bi kra o ha they added for you so that you combine na wetimi e de adi wujuma na say what de na opese wonye ne edi mo pe edi amount misro menko bebi ahwe hwe numbers no na fa na oni yendi enkita ona bibia enye kama. Okay, to say see aye boyre mu dia na chese me do bibia ase na me de nchia free Accra Ghana and na me de ma respective of wherever you are and your time and your date me de nchia kese mu odin and I'm the free Accra Ghana and na me de ma onsem ni bie any say ye share this year nyema bebre ekọ mu a ya hwehwe mu no na say ye nyi chairman wuntumi emfa emfiri mu na say eba ne say yokofo ekofa no omototo na no na omubisa because no omususu say eba ne illegal money and say the mining na oil na they could see say bibi entwe ye wo ho ne say all contributed to water pollution and also eba ne say deforestation ye forest ya reserve ya dia to say that chibi no ya no ye betimi dia aka say Ghana ye wosi ni na omukotu galamsey a ye friend na say illegal mining 18 when Iyoko CID have completed investigations on Wontumi, charges are ready. Attorney General and Ediwe Abba until the Attorney General and Minister for Justice has disclosed that all is set for the prosecution of the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the ruling New Patriotic Party (NPP), Bernard Entry Buesiakum, who is subject to investigations by the Economic and Organized Crime Office, that's the IOCO, and also a criminal investigation Department CID of the Ghana Police Service. Inti we almost saying she mu bia no mo hwehwe e fa na chi omo chi no ho no eniema esese omo nkeka mbom na omo betimi de anya engine so de na court no ni nyina kyese omo aboa no Amane Dimunti, Attorney General, and Ekase NOC, the Economic and Organized Crime Office, IOCO, has completed investigations in respect of Chairman Wuntumi and the former National Buffer Stock Company CEO, Mr. Abdul Wahab Hainan, and also their accomplices. So, I said the results of both investigations will be announced very soon. The police CID have also completed a docket for the Aponta mining case and submitted some to the office, he said, and he added that we have prepared charges and sent them back to the police CID for subjects to be formally charged before the arraignment in the court in the coming days. Ladies and gentlemen in the media, my fellow countrymen and women, in conclusion, 18 and one say, and near my sister or Monshire, no more debate na son. Penny Force and Attorney General, actually, saying now, or Makika Boma and Che, or Mobeba be so Edia Maye, Naya so young when you're airport, any idea 18. For now, Biana, you are wondering, say, your man a bill of 50,000 Ghana cedis, no. Then I so any idea no person on journey say Oma Kika Bibia Edia Bominti my instrument for now need the enche they will announce it very soon na necessary Omo Fanny Kojinebia Omo de Aqua Kojan. So I said earlier, let's see a chain of four illegal mining say near my sites ni bi owo na oni ho krata and ebema omo best one ko bi sebisana no di sem ni bi e ma ye man bill of 50,000 Ghana cedis. Say you could say very soon they will announce and near money be na yen so ye die ho. All right, into year to aso kwa boko aye you know boko insensemi and ebi mo say chieftaincy ebi mo ka obiane ne dia or they can edify boko incense mo. I say I don't know whether ebi mo say their grievances are not being heard. Ebi mo say e ba to say e ba no chieftaincy and asa hinsema o mo ntiase e de o ase mentem me ho asem ko am and a political interference, fueling Boku conflicts. That is entry down. So, and all said, see, yeah, share Boku sense what is happening there. It's not only about chieftaincy, it's not only about their grievances not being heard, but also no. Political be a not to say full so and you know when we talk about political parties in Ghana you will move brave but NPP NDC in a do more since when you would see when these major parties nimudia obesa like achepa into way and Archer said politics bibi shechira emma to say eja into mindum ewo boko because also so share how and Kwalaya omo senior high school omo ko wuye ya na chese o hwa entwa yie na bibi etechire enye only say ade a esinti na omo ya na se ntokwa enkrofo ahyeda na omo ye santo see ye hwemu yie na yenye bibi emfa ho because until say politics ebeyi ne ho na betwi ne ho e de afisa asem we mu de there's no way emu ebede di ye koso ade bia emu be fuele NPP ba kwa ebe soja NDC ba kwa ebe soja until say ye de tinton time ebe tum nom de omo na mpedi for de omo na mbesi form no there's no way bibi say lack of coordination undermines that is a Nalerugu curfew that is Mohammed Mumuni na say ye share Mohammed Mumunia na or a member of parliament of the Nalerugu and also Gambaka in the Nuruddin Mohammed Mumuni has described the curfew imposed on the Nalerugu township and its surrounding communities as being poorly coordinated and also lacking justification. Into Sunday and she said Minister of Interior Editu just said Banu Bokoni and Patem Nibidia yadi curfew Eddie air to or Eddie Amomo not to say air fun in summer air rising tension summer koso wo ne na no na se ye the curfew e the air to omo so into when a member of parliament or no anya ni there and also so we share all these things are na say they were not being planned as a putumprum na and omo che omo di to just say ye the curfew e the air to into when you be no sim if you look at the curfew that they imposed this afternoon, I can tell that authority are observing the curfew in the Nalerugu and Gambaga and other places. But unfortunately, it is not everybody who is observing the curfew right now because the people are unhappy and also others are disappointed, he said. So he added that the move appeared to be rushed and also not properly coordinated by the authorities responsible enti or say ohwemu and koye ase omo de curfew na to omo so no some wey be kra na obi oni nyuma bi so obekọ eni ade ni na omo anhwem ama amfa tutuye amfa amba enti o se we die entwa ye enti se bia mpanifo ebesan hwemu na se omo aye bibia fa ho am enti na se MP a wo ho no on de ne bo enje asem we so kra enti we na etwaso no and a violence no omo say any attempt to disrupt our operations will be met with full force not just a Ghana Armed Forces for and so no omo de enne omo ka say adwumadi aya so omo say omo nkodi wo boko no we obi na beba between choma na unim Ghana ya pesa anything small beyond and ye pay kwan di ye justify ye ho e wo ho enti we e no mo kire say wunim na say wunim and anything that you do that will stop them so mo be yo munduma dia omo no obedi pa enti omo say the Ghana Armed Forces wishes to appeal to all well-being meaning Ghanaians, particularly the good people of Boko and also Binduri and also Nalerugu, Zimbila and its environs to cooperate with the security forces and also any attempts that are distracting the operations and also activities of the force in place, including attack on the security personnel, will be met. Tinache say almost say obi biara obeya on say obeya on some way be now baby attack aban before you do makogo some potem no wada you will not find it so easy enti monye cooperative monye omo now enya back. So his remark in line with an announcement by the Ghana Armed Forces, which stated that the directive of His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, has ordered the armed forces to immediately transition from peacekeeping to peace enforcement operation in Boko and its neighboring towns. Inti they say I saw more call inti omo peacekeeping or ho inti Mr. Momo Bano money omo na enye baako no omo ntimi embo mo ho ban na bibia enko so because Ghana no ase ye politicize bibia dodo ena na ya na eye ya no ase bibia na ye politicize eni ade inti yesro ba omo ben mundi muhuni ya pese ye befro obia ni aba beka say ya bu obi ene ya obi say we don't want that until we hope say enhihye ya amode agu kwan mu so mo be ni na bibia be ye kama all right until moving on na mesra wo say ACF radio and TV no asugu so a we tie ne na wo hwe enti all that you have to do for me is to share no obi so nti good news ni ebi enti o share e de mame now sound like it now follow ye now go YouTube so a wasan so atene o notification on na ye drop video bia so a watimi ahwe bi now so what dey o comment I am on commenting ni hu madwen kire e fa Ghana nsem Ghana e fa mene wo ho so who political party bio who ni bio that one has got nothing to do with maturity. You need to belong to a political party so that you have to know say obedi wuso and say baby. Alright, so violent killings now it's a rec sex issues fresh security directive for Ashanti regional in team and a year in sema ya titi for Ashanti region no aya enye ye de no and at the Ashanti Regional Security Council has announced a new set of security directives aimed at addressing the growing security concerns in parts of the region. And today, I say, not just almost one crofon so almost Kenyan security nim na bibia ekɔ so a yɛbɛte yɛse aha Ashanti region ha sei niema ekɔ so a yɛnte aseɛ ni nyinaa no ɔmo de bibia egu akwan mu ama na yɛ kama enti we na following the initial security measures announced on July 24th 2025, RECSEC has further reviewed the situation and issues the following new directives with immediate effect, he stated. So the new directive issued under the authority of the Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council include one, motorbike operations are banned between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. When you be a wuchi cycle and also wuchi moto send a mu bebre your name say your friend or a moto no you say from 7 p.m. to 6 p.m. Not just a wet tree wapom anopa to sana jono we when you are saying na o kwa 19 near adie 90 this is what in measures be a omodi atutu kwema omoche e found nti I know say you mobile comply you know they I always say your Ghana has say na ye won I am pesa say ye dem ra egu akwema no obi a person ye mo de so motorbike operations are banned between 6 p.m. 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. so by 7 p.m. na wapon no wakoda 6 a.m. no asor men ka say wo kofa wo customer bi akọ baby wo kofa obi akọ baby immediately say ebebo 7 p.m. kwada 6 a.m. no was also two motor any ade enti yesro ba o mu ben mundi muhuni ya pese ye be fro obi a ni aba be ka say ya bu obi ene ya obi say we don't want that until we hope say enhihye ya amode agu kwan mu so mo be ni na bibia be ye kama all right until moving on na mesra wo say ACF radio and TV no asubu so a we tie ne na wo hwe. And all that you have to do for me is to share. No obi so good news ni ebi. And o share the mommy. Now sound like it. Now follow ye. Now go YouTube on so wasan so attend o notification on. Now you drop a video bia so weti me ahwe now so what dey o comment. I am on commenting near whom I drink chair efa Ghana and some Ghana efa mene wo ho. So who political party bio who ni bio. That one has got nothing to do with maturity. You need to belong to a political party so that you have to know necessary obedi wuso and say baby. Alright, so violent killings. Now it's a RECSEC issues fresh security directive for Ashanti regional team. And a year in sema ya titi for Ashanti region no aya enye ye de no. And at the Ashanti Regional Security Council has announced a new set of security directives aimed at addressing the growing security concerns in parts of the region. And today I can say not just almost one crofon so akobo almost Kenyan security nim na bibia ekɔ so a yɛbɛte yɛse aha Ashanti region ha sei niema ekɔ so a yɛnte aseɛ ni nyinaa no ɔmo de bibia egu akwan mu ama na yɛ kama enti we na following the initial security measures announced on July 24th 2025, RECSEC has further reviewed the situation and issues the following new directives with immediate effect, he stated. So the new directive issued under the authority of the Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council include one, motorbike operations are banned between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. When you be a wuchi cycle and also wuchi moto send a mu bebre your name say your friend or a moto no you say from 7 p.m. to 6 p.m. Not just a wet tree wapom anopa to sana jono we when you are saying na o kwa 19 near adie 90 this is what in measures be a omodi atutu kwema or more chair at the found. I know, say you mobile comply. You know, I always say, your Ghana has saying na your one. I am more pesa. Say yeah, them ra a walk where man no be a person dear. So motorbike operations are banned between 6 p.m. 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. So by 7 p.m. now wakon no wakoda 6 a.m. no sorry men can say wo kofa wo customer bi akọ baby wo kofa obi akọ baby immediately say ebebo 7 p.m. kwada 6 a.m. no was also two motorbike riders are not permitted to carry passengers or extra persons even during the day. Enti mutu so bi motorbike ba ko nipa 4 na omo ti so na akra ketwa sancho mu fifi omo say I know so it's not allowed. Yi menfa obi a embro so even say awia gani kra so a menfa obi embro so 3 or say riders are prohibited from wearing clothing that may conceal weapons such as smokes, bulky jackets, and also 3-piece traditional outfits. Into me who will be subway sometimes. Okay, I almost say a raincoat, bra, na raincoat and kasa na she na etimi abo ho ban during raining season. Men ko share jacket bia na ma obi nsu yem enko hihye no. Number 4, and also the use of unregistered or unlicensed motorbikes is strictly forbidden. So motorbike ni register ya, make sure you have to register. Men can say woto yenche, make sure it's registered before with the basic one. So 5, no commuter is allowed to carry weapons, whether licensed or unlicensed, in vehicles or on motorbikes or motorcycles until further notice. So who anything that would protect home, not just also with their licensed crana, yes, and fame until said. You better catch us a fade ya peja ultimate tani ya money be nante the one by. I know it's a self-defense, but for now, you see in crania mebisa and I said police and military presence will be increased, and also the setup at random checkouts, barriers, and also stop and search operations. You know, the other I used to say moi say police need stop him so all search moi. I know say majority of us we think that the police yachichem we will see we will say there are some people that are not qualified to at least check and answer or best search or any idea. We should put a stop to it, no matter or irrespective or however it is. No, they are the people that are supposed to. So mobile boy home by. Sometimes we say dropping some substance in your car or in your bag or something. You know, just be extra careful. And you know, whoever that stops you, that's also security at a police near an obia. Just compromise. Sometimes only papa control ye bisana ultimately delay. Now this will be a general air train when you papa prepare yourself. Why don't you compromise? You know, sometimes you know say I won't crash it. You see their boldness, and sometimes okay kind of now what do wade crown and now two bottom crowd back who say oh tell crown grab or back say giant but what chicken one on so air drag or 18 when we normally say a back or so a Washington region pa into Bible for no more barbecue and to say who be the age now any idea now Mr. What brought one say not on match to one nabi bia aye kama. All right, into one thing a what Ghana for come once you know for issue they wish that someone will speak up for them. A Ghana Tenant Association for any rent control or Ghana has say a more papa. Like sometimes I wonder say taxes now yeah they HH on Wakano. I did do anything diligently and answer almost to work again. Oh, go any amount form. O fili wie ade afiara no kra no ba ye no waka che o mo say ono no de cement ene ne blocks esini dan no no pe no person onye. There were rules o mo share say so obi beka che so utu at least obi man 3 months and I say one so utu ni pa na obi man time kakra afiara to make a say afiwe what dan kaso am you without even giving you extra time into way enende Ghana Tenant Union calls for scrapping of incompetent rent control department. And the Ghana Tenant Union has called for the complete dissolution of the rent control department, and also describing it as ineffective and also incompetent and a waste of public resources. And that was 27th of July, and almost can say almost ne pony niti na isa no da Ghana Tenants Authority for Anono Union Anono your friend Frederick Opoku, and say, do we feel protected under the law? Not at all, he stated. And also, if rent control cannot enforce the every law, and also if rent control cannot enforce the very law they were created to uphold, then why are we and why they still in existence? He asked. Inti or see, according to him, no, Nesama all can say rent control, yesha, more, monsi share, more law. She said, Mube amendi be cran mo you be a few man and somebody be back on crap with that. Wahoo, near who say, oh, be say, wa, ubi to me up, or can was some or mobile wow, or say, oh, because law, almost the age, man, almost say a posse into a waste of resources and also waste of time to say, yeah, you crave for any young people, you will say, rent control be anywhere about Ghana Tenant Union, or be to me a can or my sem. And so according to him, no, I said, let's not deceive ourselves. There is a clear shortage of housing in Ghana, and also the scarcity gives landlords unchecked power to dictate prices and conditions. And also they know if one tenant can't pay, another desperate one will. So he said, and cutting section 25 of the Rent Act, Opoku accused officials of the rent control department of holding behind technicalities and also vague interpretations of the law to cover up their failures. I said they always say landlord did not demand but asked any tenant that, have you ever found an apartment where landlord didn't ask for 1 or 2 years rent up front? And also that argument is false and also out of touch with reality, he said. I said that these landlords are simply cashing in. When such a matter is brought before rent control, nothing meaningful happens. I said, so we ask, what exactly is rent control doing? Why should taxpayers continue to fund an agency that can't protect us? He praised. And so I say on it, a canon quadia, uko a fear also or 1 year and answer 2 years, also for can tenant for now. And I can say, on one can serve 2 years, but also enter sa and no more demanded. Who apartment be ampa or mobile choir can say, or me Jessica, nee now met show, say ye, say, any agent for crampona, ya for my boss of bang, stamp, and ye, dining the whole cry, ye becatch or say a agent won't. And so no matter how you do, if you are even having your money, they will wait say for who agent. Ain't rent tenant union for Alfred Opoku Edano say, or when the reason it here, yeah, they tax a full rent control department. Yes, so nothing effective is being done. When you go and you complain, nothing is being done about it. Landlords are humiliating people. People are paying monies that they Charlie, who be pay our dear. Not a dime, it's a dime year for beam, ain't way and or same. Or Munje BB. And found say the union is calling for a bold review of Ghana's rent governance framework, starting with the dissolution of the rent control department and also the establishment of the more responsive body that genuinely serves and also the interest of tenants across the country. And so say na more person munya more money say munyu fu ha na say mobile mom matna say na mo hwem yie na mo hu bibia omudi gu akwan mu a ebitimi aboa Ghana Tenants Union for. If not, they are moving through. That's how much more ye for no more didi because landlords, no, it seems that they can't control them. It is Sir and Alfred Opoku or the Ghana Tenants Union, and so Eddie at to that because almost ye rent control. Maybe I'm a form so ye through because you want they be our moye. Oko crampona, I say fear and omne na ye back. cat now we fair around between to have a rent control on my point view because who say law be anyone a BB and at the same time say any fear into your back canon and a final. See anyway a boy Maya. And you're fine. All right, so I still remind you that here is ACF Radio and TV, and I'm doing something be a trendy as some I have said the first lanes show, not just say a do time media, Yenina Musa, and I'm a day as some more, has say intimate once a year. Also, what was it Pratt Jobs NPP for holding Mahama responsible for failure to uproot Galamsey? And yes, she said. During your ex-president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ne regime no one thing Nana Dana Kuma so power we say only through illegal galamsey not just say illegal mining or more tu galamsey rough yen show mo crown or more okwana ye some permit crampona they can't find it even elmo kanya ka say ni na ka umpo eno lusu ni election because go for be brain or more and no mo didi from it into a beba asano they lack or one kasa Omo fans any idea omo de show omo busuya for and a veteran journalist and also managing editor of the Insight newspaper Kwesi Pratt Jr. and has taken a swap at the opposition New Patriotic Party over the petition of the party's members of parliament submitted to the presidency on the menace of illegal small-scale mining, popularly known as galamsey. So in a post, the author said, "Yana wanwa pa say obi timi ebeka we ya na NPP for mona mo beka." Same way. So he indicated that former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo will let the NPP for 8 years failed to fight galamsey after putting his presidency on the line. But today, the same NPP wants to blame a 7-month-old National Democratic Congress (NDC) government led by President John Dramani Mahama for the menace into or say at the beginning of his tenure as president of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the candidate of the New Patriotic Party (NPP), said that he was ready to put his position in the line in the fight against illegal mining, that is galamsey, by the end of his presidency. So hashtag galamsey had virtually destroyed all and almost water bodies in the country, and also the cocoa production had fallen as much as 50% as the direct consequences is illegal mining. To say consequences are illegal mining, but say most of your water bodies need now as a cocoa are drop it to 50%, and so say less than 7 months into the rule of the new administration headed by John Dramani Mahama. That is on July 24, 2025, members of parliament of the NPP presented petitions to the seat of the government complaining about the slow pace to fight against galamsey into wing and obetro to or say they hold the Mahama administration responsible for failure to uproot galamsey. What? And this is certainly very interesting. He added into now your oppressor on Chirani said, once more but now so 8 years. 1 year she into a seed day na moi danu ya mutrim hoba ya not just say 7 months per move blame say NDC for anti illegal mining and free or into when I Kwesi Pratt Junior Sembia on also edited after say minority for any petition a call parliament say NDC for match Niamoka somewhere for galamsey one match on also na drink chram or the farm McDonald's warehouse demolition. Watch as national security operative arrest journalists, brutalizes civilian in team. Individuals believed to be operative of the national security have reportedly arrested a journalist of a multimedia group who was reporting from a site where a warehouse owned by Ghanaian business Mugu Daniel, that is popular Holly, that is popularly known as Magdan. And you know, I was just interested in this story because I saw a journalist. You see, the humiliation when it comes to when someone goes somewhere to report. I know there are some zones that are no-go area. Oh, quiet. To say I won't seek you for permission. Any one or two things before you are allowed. Yet to grow more and I'm gave for a go try a Independence Square videos. Almost sounds so fear, man. You know, all these things, a whole in Abambo. If you walk your photo shoot, cry Abambo for baby, so I'll bet you permission before you go and do all those things. But really, in the eyes now, almost to me, a filmman, a journalist goes to report a story, not more to action, so now my bono. Fine, what say? Now, time now, or they're reporting, or not all time will say, you know, sometimes I just don't get it. I don't know what to even say. I had a hard dream. That is what some people have chosen to do. It is a people can talk to them politely. And that's only the panebeka, not on jai. But whereas some mobile brutalize you or more any idea, any nano, I am not in trade cry. So, according to news at Ebayano, the report indicated that the reporter was taken to the National Security Blue Gate in Accra, and also nothing has been heard from him yet. And the report captured a commotion when the security officials got to the site, in which the officials could be heard arguing with the reporter about whether he could report from the site. So, moments after the journalist started interviewing a civilian believed to be an eyewitness, one of the security officials who was in military uniform started whipping the witness. You see, so more of the security officials were all in military uniforms and pounced on the civilian and also started hitting him. It's way na enyefe. So the journalist is also head asking the supposed security operative to take him to their boss. So the cameraman who narrated the incident in the news report indicates that the reporter was picked up by the security officials for allegedly filming the incident with his phone, and so they have taken colors because he said they suspect he filmed them with when they came, and also so they seized his phone and also took him to the national security. Until for now, that's the news there. I am moya sa enyefe. Yes, sir, enyefe cry. You see, that's your man about no, because we are seeing nothing wrong with this. Say and family, say netie biano, and a yebeye, and we have the men, we have supporters. So in whatever way be a moye ni be, and it's not nice. It is a siano, we don't know the aftermath. Says a ye for ye go to a black man or for to a bay, and also report about no obia chana soon. Esa a yahum say ya me cat gun and some one beka. Alright, it's year twice a year, not year kwa akwetia by election. I will never be involved in violence in Team Fojo disclaimed threat of bloodshed. 80 years share idea so ewa black man not they are now to move say and people for the almost bring pa looking at near my purpose na ye share your mommy how a kumsin any one or two people are nice so amount for to share almost victims no of the things that na and yet nature and share over branding to me pre na or their kobo you know not when we na entry into way and into for your air say amount for and forget to say in same being in a say air trend was social media ma omode air cassette say do akwesia by election now almost so I prepare almost say antisa early this month you know and Lucy member of parliament bako na say na ya who ye pa ewa akwetia enti we na almost say during MP na we film na NS ya kumino edu ne by election so a obi enu a okwakoto a show bi so enti nsema circulating biano more into my dream. I'll say some malicious publications in circulation on social media have come to my attention. I'll say purportedly attributing me to me threat of bloodshed in the upcoming Akwetia by election. Or say I wish to state unequivocally that such headlines and captions and statements are false and are intended to create public disaffection into me. To say I have not under any circumstances threatened bloodshed or violence in any election in the country. Or say I wish to deny the said publication as same is false. To deny, or say to deny the said publication as same is false, as said earlier. Or say I want to assure the general public that under no circumstance will I be involved in an act of violence. And he says that much less threaten the same the statement assigned by the MP in reaction to the misleading publication said. Inti or the Nasema to say and ya dia obia ekwa rumble style bia ewa Akwetia by election na fe bibia so ebekọ so fine obi enu obekwa bu obi enu so obeto ahye obi so enti nsema trendy ewo social media omo ka so ono intim fojro ebekwa rumble style omekwa bloodshed ewa Akwetia by election o se enya ade a ebesi inti amanfo momo mfanye asem. Alright, in the world of news, no, and semi edikane editia trendy be any na mede some one. Say I cross it over kaka near the in the world of entertainment, near and so edikane editia one. Now me so media some na me kai will say I hire ACF radio and TV and I may sound so well koko say and fa will seek and koma obiama own day open baby papa pa ye bear traveling documents or bookings or vacations anything nice bia ope biano for when it's ACF travel and tours na yomo ha on metie wasem and any a ope biano or my ama kama men koma ye nju sika endi say sika ho eyede enti ko baby pa okwa ye be adwuma na yin na wo hia no ye be so ya ama so pepepe into way the fast lane shows and the fast lane show and I made it someone to see world of entertainment and Nana Mama Brown. I know say it's been a while we've not been seeing her on our screens. A lot of people have been asking why someone is sitting in for her show, and people have been saying, you know, Ghana a bar, anything beyond they have to say, but you know, now speaker be said, you know, a banner this entertainment or more entertaining. They also have their lives to live. Sometimes they have to go and access themselves. So turn you might be able to baby kakra, not the access, you know, into any time be and as ye warm with screen so a tracy be bonny and at warm by way and McBrown Abano say continue to pray for me. McBrown as fans following her hand surgery. Ye na ye nim say McBrown 2013 and onya car kwenshia ewo N1 so ewo La Paz highway so no ne then boyfriend Maxwell Mensa and no mo na mo say car bi any be dra mo na omo na ko unconscious into Maxwell ebe mo no and on narrative story ni na into now so into nsa baako ekan ya na say wa bra ho back and forth pa and then sabakwi or chran sabakwi into way and your personality or no anka say pie and wa ba be chire mu say ne ho na emfa no na Ghana for mo bom paya mombo bi man senya ne nsa no ensan so enko wo ho biem or say I have not been well and the reason is that I had to undergo surgery on my arm again. You all saw it that it got to a point where I was struggling a lot. I'll say before I could finish shooting McBrown's Kitchen, I had to take a lot of painkillers. And so until you go through a surgery like mine, you can't understand my feelings and also the pain I have been through. So this time around, I have been advised by my doctors and loved ones to rest so that the wounds will heal until or say or fear or say I am home and going through the process of healing. What I am going to say is that I need your prayers so my arm won't break again because I am tired. And she added into sa and I watched them say and then sano adofo and a doctor for say ɔntena fie na ekuro ne ngu ansa na sɛ bi mu asan kɔfikyire ebiem ti na sɛ wunhu Mark Brown this is the reason. Ghana acts professionalism editors in our movie industry Beverly Afaglo na ochem say Ghana has a pa ye lack professionalism especially about movie editing mu or since that movie ye be trendy ya na obi a e kan wasem e straw we had better be a straw and na ochem say na ya maame eye wo movie ni mu no and no che say Ghana no one can act as such or see you put in all your power any idea e dia acting ebe wi a ebe ko editing bench no ebe ba no ma ye bibi from e dia ba ti sometimes editing ne crampo no e match wo energy and so what if you now share how you put in wo energy once and now wo acting no na at the end of the day editing na koye some way bi close shot up close anyone when na angle ni na amfa na te say aha dream papa na also wo share a nearby your body so yeah artist no ede and actor need the effort shame na you all editing no so no or the professionalism so asanso room ama na fine but see you high there and this or say the writing and directing in the film were exceptional or say everything came together beautifully to evoke emotions or say while Interage did an outstanding job. The success of the film cannot be attributed to acting alone. It takes a skilled crew working in harmony to achieve this level of quality. And also, for instance, a professional editor is crucial. And also, as we lack such professional editors, some editors in Ghana do not deliver satisfactory work. And so, you can act a movie scene and notice that despite a good performance in a particular scene, poor editing can undermine it. Or see, often the editor may miss keynote, and also if they had chosen a close-up in a certain moment, it could have created a mood that resonates more with the audience. Beverly stated into or say na air course na say oh baby we are come on. Now your editors, your Ghana had here lack of professionalism. Your de papa. Not just say they don't take their time. You know, the other day I used to say, yeah, can you movie? Land me who say obi trust say I then I could be runner. Any a year on to member dominate Ghana na a dear ben or trauma and panic so no be any competition. No bet to me I no more Ghana how nipa bako or actor or editing or a producer or a BBA, they don't assign. People have gone to school and buy a media work a career and for graduate and now say media schools so no much so mobile school on attach on stations and so very no to mean piano will be a uncle baby in some more be a far from be a far we be a no can people have gone to school, people have gone to learn. Say we na me person me but at the end of the day omunya nkofo employer because one person is doing the same job at the same time whilst a professional is there to your bit your money and to say you see a signing nkofo na nkofo do omu shame and omu ye ni ya nka we mu ina emba nte Beverly Afaglo and also dey na same way at Janti sister Penny your born pie say Ghana your editing be ko ye me kai 2016 ni sa below ni hona your editing for ni bi kwade almost 3 yen kra na hwe ataban otutu na nkrofo dan so a almost 3 yen sen and I say more rempa. All right, so yeah, to also a prophet DY Donko apologizes following arrest over Shatawale death prophecy. Yeah, Kai said during yeah Baba Dam Parry time and Oka said or so for be anyone I saw Shenkom. Not as a woman so fear and panic beer nurse and Shenkom to edu 31st December or Suman and Ranty and one and now no Casan and TV. None and I'm sorry near dear and on social media so obi meshe and combi ember to obi so na enkofa I am shishien and go for oyene and bread into way and all the few hono into a bema a dear d ye who so be can be one sem ye who so be can be beer down in here that sorry yeah ye na ye himself Councillor DY don't put a ban relationship any young cambo ma ware for or don't sem not so dim one cotton pa na or macro for guidelines you say a befa when we are not to say the person is not for you leave ni na ye near more church na e be brain him so sounds here reverend be brain him so sorry pa that no simitie Shatawale numpa na Shatawale dey my biggest fan I am itie no na minya yichire ya minya ye me try ye say me reche no so no menya reply bia na me use medium we na say radio station bi obotina so na all ka say or the faso no the aka say no hu ya e fa Shatawale hu enti no osre ka say onye bibi mfa ho na ye mbom pa ye emma no enye sa bibia enye betimi aba abeto bra peni e hona bra peni so hu ye dance talking anya ne de and on say hey me mamu before Friday say man che papa we em bisa na de enti a obetro bibi say e de to word ya Ghana bebutu ene ya mpampa ye hu sa police for e ko fa no ko bisa na no nsem e a mo kire ya e bi ono so kire ne side of the story and na bibia e ko kama the sanda sorry ye no na chese wa be pacho say ensem ni bi o keka ye no na enu kwan say kwan ofa so kan ye na entwe ye into opacho no sanso pe I pa Shatawale so actual so find it right to address the recent prophecy I share concerning Ghana music icon Shatawale. Or say I find it necessary to offer an apology. He stated in Nates Wapacho, I'm a dance walking. I'm a bibia adedi, I know say baby na your mama because the why don't call there and he entiso or can't same say but aside that a bimun so in him so or sound so a prophet into sending a bema as some dribble my any na ye into ye find the right way at the end ye may be ye na ye who ever train. Kama. Alright, into Abusia for Hannah Medimu Bessie, and what the fast lanes show, and some mammy coaching tea as you share, ya, Mr. Muni Baba Domo, now so tea, now a dica, now so could you baby, I wait much year, and now Mr. Muni Bessomo, and what ACF. Radio and TV so now me demanded from you and it's a over share amaye over like no one comment now what saw notification no I was through her at the amame say Facebook and I say YouTube time bia ye be live and I ever drop a video bia now I the first to catch up I feel so no Mr. Enko travel and tour biawo obe bon san obe soon ye better my busika now ye abusia edi esie edi baby bi no ne etama wo na wasan so akọ na obi fufuro edia entweye entimi kanfo ACF travel and tour and am de ma wo say kwana ne omukodi kita ho e fa no traveling document biara birth certificates ope bookings vacations holidays whatever you want biara for ACF travel and tour kwana kwaji akonya na ne omunkasa on baby bia ediama aha ye scam nti eduma esuen hwe ye page no kra na nkrofo di adanse e wo ho any ade so for now that is the best I can recommend for you. My name is Ohima Trudy. Me na me be som e wo the first lanes show eso nyame bo Tuesday ye be san so ehia na ask me ko bo asem na no me mamu ina happy weekend and I pray say the next month I be ready nyame ehu ye ina mo oma ye ina sika all the data and everything be you go spend in watching and sharing it should give it to you back bountifully. So for now me jao na me din chia kese efri Accra Ghana edema more diaspora yesra mu se debia monje na mon share enfama ye. All right, intimidi mo si ha e besan so ehia.